Good evening. Abhay Singh. Okay, Joy Sriram. I hope my voice is audible. Okay, Rupali, good evening. Susri, good evening. Okay, so we will start our session. So, in our first class, Introduction to Java Programming and Java Features, we had completed. So, today's agenda, what we will cover today. So, one of the key component in our context, that is Java Virtual Machine, so JVM, and we will see how to start or how to write a Java program. So in various environments, we will see Eclipse is one of the suitable environment. Apart that, very simple environment is Notepad. But nowadays, if you want to do the practice, so you can use various Java compiler and many Java compilers available online. So we have also a Java compiler. So we will see. So in various ways, in various environments, we can develop a Java program and we can run. So the first point is Java virtual machine. So in my first class, little bit information that I have given. JVM, definitely JVM is the main component in entire Java programming. Suppose first we will start what is JVM? Java Virtual Machine, JVM. Let we have a program. Okay, so let this program name is whatever. I can write class name dot Java. In our first class I have told Java program file extension name is dot Java. Suppose I have a program abc.java. Let the class name is abc. So then I will compile. So who will compile? Java compiler will compile. Java C is the name of the Java compiler. The successful compilation of a Java program is a dot class file. The successful compilation of a Java program is a dot class file. Basically, this is called as bytecode. So this part already we have known. This is called as bytecode. Now, this bytecode in my first class I have told JVM is taking bytecode and converting into machine instruction. But today, now we will see in detail. So in JVM, particularly in this terminology, so lots of points that we will discuss. This dot class file, this dot class file, first it is loaded. So it is loaded in loader. So there is a term you remember class loader subsystem. There is a term loader, an helper component or a system software we can say. So the first component of JVM. So one is loader basically that is called as class loader subsystem or loader overall we can say. So you remember JVM consisting by taking three components. One is loader, then we will discuss memory areas, various memory areas, then Java execution engine. So you remember these three components. So lots of points here we can represent. So, but overall, you remember, no need to go to details because our objective is very soon we will go to the practical part, how to write a Java program. So, what I told, so that dot class file is loaded in class loader subsystem. Okay, but in class loader subsystem, this helper component having three objectives. One is loading, one is linking, and one is initializing. Okay, so one is loading. So loading and one is linking and one is initializing. So internally lots of things are happening. Again, in loading activities, there are different loaders. I am not going to in detail, but overall, you remember this dot class file is loading. This dot class file is loading, but again in loading, so there are three loaders: bootstrap class loader, extension class loader, application class loader. So I am not going to wait into detail. Just you remember. So whatever the points, at least you should know that point I am explaining. So dot class file, because if I will draw this figure, I will require more and more space. So bytecode, this dot class file is loaded first. So in class loader subsystem, particularly in Bootstrap class loader. Okay. So in linking purposes, verify, prepare, initializing section prepares for initialization when in a program one line we are writing int x equals to 100. This is initialization for this line. Which section is responsible to prepare where the value will assign to a variable? So that is initializing section. But overall, you remember, so there is a loader. In this context, that terminology is class loader subsystem. So whatever the dot class file generating, first the dot class file is loading in class loader subsystem. But when dot class file is loading, definitely memory is requiring. For execution, memory is requiring. So that's why, so this loader will communicate, loader and various memory, so communicate with each other. So for loading and executing, so definitely memory is requiring. So in Java programming, so there are various memory areas. Okay, various memory areas, and these two component communicating with each other. So if I will write various memory areas, if I will write various memory areas, various memory areas, so there are five various memory areas in Java programming. So first one is method area, method area. Second one is heap area. Third one is stack area. So there is no space. Then PC register area. Then native method area. So in this way, what I told, there are five various memory areas. So first one is method area. Method area. First one is method area. Basically, this memory area containing class label data. So you forget about things. Suppose we don't know anything. So time is coming. I will explain what is class label data. Okay, static method is a class label concept, but slowly we will know in detail. Currently, you remember it contains class label data by class data. Similarly, heap area, heap heap area contain object data. So in later on we will cover. every strings are object. So if I will assign a string value, so we can say that is an object data. So heap area contains object data, whereas method area contains class label data. Everything that I will explain in later on. So regarding this point, practically we will see. And stack area. So we have a beautiful topic, multi-threading. So at that time again I will explain for each thread a separate stack is creating. Each thread, suppose let T1 is a thread is a job, a task. Okay, so for each thread a stack is creating. Suppose we have two threads, let T1, T2. For T1 a stack is creating and containing T1 information. So for T2, another stack is creating for containing T2 information. So for each thread, a separate stack is creating. So where it is creating stack area. Similarly, next is PC register area. PC register area. PC register area. So same way for each thread, PC one small area is creating. So I can say PC register for T1, PC register for T1, PC register for T2, PC register for TN. So it is also a small area. Maximum times only output value we store here. So PC register area. So then last one is native method stack area. Native method stack area. So last one is native method. Here I can write native method stack area. Native method stack area. Same way for each thread, this area is containing what? For each thread, a separate stack is creating. For each thread, a separate stack is creating but containing native information. Some different libraries, native. Okay, suppose I am explaining in English language, but my native language is Odia language. Similarly, some in Java library, so many native methods. Okay, so that is also coming from different libraries. So in native method stack area, this is a such type of memory. This is a such type of memory area containing some native methods. It is coming from native method libraries. From native method libraries coming from some native methods. And if we use that concept internally, this area will function. Okay. So in this way, so there are five various memory areas. Okay. Internally using for Java programming. Okay, then after that we will go to execution engine. So we know that who is execution engine? Java interpreter. Who is execution engine? Java interpreter. Java interpreter. Okay, Java interpreter. But apart that, name of the Java interpreter is Java. Basically, we say Java interpreter is Java execution engine. Apart that, another Java execution engine we have, just you remember, if the time I will get again, I will explain regarding that context, that is JIT compiler. Okay, JIT. So one is Java interpreter. So name of the Java interpreter is Java. So Java interpreter considering, or we consider as Java execution engine. So another uh, I told what JIT compiler. JIT compiler, that is also another Java execution engine, but we are compatible with the Java interpreter. So these two uh, terminologies we consider as Java execution engine. Also, at this Java execution engine, when execute a Java program, sometimes it will, this execution engine take the help from different libraries such as native method interface and such as this native method interface coming from native method libraries. So when Java execution engine execute, so it take some help from some native method interface, native method interface. So this native method interface coming from native libraries, native method, native method libraries. So they will communicate in this way. Okay, so this is Java execution engine. Java execution engines. Okay, so we can say this is overall. So this is Java virtual machine. So overall, I am saying first of all, the dot class file, we say that is bytecode, that dot class file loaded in class loader subsystem. Then when a dot class file is loading, memory is requiring. Also for the execution, memory is requiring. In Java programming context, there are five various memories are using: method area containing class level data, heap area containing object data, stack area. For each thread, a separate runtime stack is creating. For each thread, PC register area is creating for each thread, PC register for thread 1, thread 2, in this way, and native method stack area also containing some native methods. Okay, so these are the various memory areas internally using for Java programming execution. So who is responsible to execute Java execution engine? That is responsible. We know Java interpreter. The name of the Java interpreter is Java. But apart that, overall you remember another Java execution engine, but we are not using. Okay, JIT compiler. Just you listen this term. Time will come again. I will explore. Then Java execution engine may take the help from different native method interfaces. So where that native method interface coming from native method libraries. So this is overall JVM. We can say so. These three components: loader, various memory areas, and Java execution engine. So by taking this, so JVM is consisting. So I hope everybody got clarity. Okay, so then we will go to the next point. Overall, we got an idea, but class level data, object data, thread. So I will explain because lots of things and so many beautiful topics that we have. So I will cover at that time. I will explain what exactly class level data, what is object data, everything that we will know. Then we will go to the next point. So overall, we got an idea. So we will go to the next point, how I will start to develop a Java program. How I will start to develop a Java program. So first of all, to write and execute a Java program, definitely we need an environment. Then question is where I will write. Okay, where I will write. So there are various ways I will show you, but the most simple environment. But we will do the practice in Eclipse environment. Eclipse. So already I have sent a videos how to download and install Eclipse. Today also I will send in the group. You download Eclipse and you install. So in Eclipse environment, if you will do the practice, then that is good. But the most simple environment is Notepad. So very simple environment is Notepad. Okay, very simple environment is Notepad. Okay, because everybody have acquainted with this environment. Before writing a Java program, so first you do one thing. You go to any drive in your system. You have D drive, E drive, F drive, different drive you have. Okay, so you go to any drive. Suppose I will go to E drive. Now in my E drive, I will make a folder, new folder. Let my folder name is Java programs. Okay, so whatever the programs I will develop, I will keep in this folder. Okay, so what I did, I went to a drive. So let I went to a drive. So I will suggest one thing. If you have C drive, don't touch to C drive. So you go upward C drive, you go to any drive, D drive, E drive, F drive. Okay. So any software we are installing by default executable files so are going to C drive. So I, I will suggest if you will keep there is no problem, but it should not be recommended. Okay, so what I did, I went to A drive and I made a folder Java programs. So whatever the programs I will write, I will keep in this folder. So what I told, the best simple environment is Notepad. Okay, so from this Notepad, we will start our learning how to write a Java program. Then already I have told a Java program is a class. Okay. So class name. Basically, class is a keyword. Reserved words. Some words that have been developed. Java compiler have known. Java control have known. Okay. Later on we will know in detail. So all keywords or all reserved words are lowercase letter. Programming means it is case sensitive. There is a difference between uppercase character and a lowercase character. Uppercase A, that value is 65, lowercase a value is 97. So in a data type I will show you, but you remember Java programming is case sensitive. So class is a keyword. Let my class name is first example. First example, let this is my program, and you see The first character, this is the name of the class. Class name, whatever you write, there is no problem. Class name, curly bracket begin and curly bracket end. And you see the class name, just we will do little bit analysis. First character is uppercase. First character is uppercase. And if your class name consisting multiple words, then first character of the next word is uppercase. This is naming convention. This is protocol. First character must be uppercase. If you are thinking your class name consisting multiple words, then first character of the next word is uppercase. Okay. So class name, curly bracket begin and curly bracket end. So what I will do now, suppose let it is my program. I have told a Java program is nothing but a class. Now, after writing a program, then I will compile. Then before compilation, first I will save. So how I will save? You see, file, save as. I will go to that folder. That folder I have created in E drive. So I will go to first E drive, and inside the E drive I will go to Java programs folder. Now here I will save my program. So program name according to the concept, class name dot Java. Class name dot Java. My class name is first example. Class name dot Java. And here you see save as type, you do all files. This is important. Save as type all files you do, and file name is always class name dot Java. Then click on save option. So in this way, I saved my program, and my program name is first example.java. So in this program, what I have written, only simply I have represented a class. Class name, curly bracket begin and curly bracket end. Now I will compile. So where I will compile, I will go to the command prompt. So in search button, CMD enter. Now this is my command prompt. Now you see, where is my cursor now? My cursor is in C drive, users folder. Inside the users folder, there is a folder Java B. So in that location, my cursor is. But my where I saved my program I saved in E drive. Inside the E drive, there is a folder Java programs. Inside the Java programs folder, I saved. So first of all, I will go to that location. So how I will go? First of all, I will go to E drive, E colon enter. You see, now my cursor reached that E drive. So in E drive, there is a folder Java programs. So how I will reach to that folder? CD space folder name. You see Java programs. Now you see, so here I have saved my program. Now I will compile. So you remember what is the command for compilation? Java C. Who is responsible to compile? Java compiler is responsible to compile. Then Java C is the Java compiler name. So what is the command for compilation? Java C space file name. Exact file name I will write. First example. First example dot Java. Then enter. You remember? So the command for compilation is Java C space file name first example dot Java. So now no error I got. That means successfully first example dot Java compiled. So we will check. I have told once the program is successfully compiled, then we will get a dot class file. I will go to A drive. I will go to Java programs folder. You see, so automatically a dot class file have generated. So this dot class file is called as bytecode. So once a dot class file is generating, that means your dot Java file have compiled successfully. Then once the compilation is successful, then we will go for run. Then who is responsible to run? Java enter operator is responsible to run. Name of the Java enter operator is Java. So you remember the command for compilation, Java space class name. First example. First example. Okay. Java space class name. This is the command for run. Now I will enter, hit enter. You see, when I entered, the control refused. No, no, I cannot execute your program. I cannot execute first example.java. So immediately the control provided an error message. So this error message you read very carefully. So what the error message we are getting? So when first example.java I tried to run, I tried to execute, the control gave an error message. We got an error. So what is the error? Main method not found in class first example. Control is saying, please define the main method as public static void main string args. This is a subscript symbol. This symbol is representing one dimensional array in programming. So what the control is saying, this message we need to do analysis. Main method not found in class first example. That means control is demanding one method. It is mandatory that you need to define. You have to define. And a particular main method control is wanting. If that method is not present inside the class, then control is refusing. Immediately the control giving an error message. So particular a specific method control is demanding. So that method is public static void main. Control is giving this method public static void main string args. So we will check if I will write public static void main string args. I will explain what is this. Everything I will explain. Now, if I will specify this method, then there is no problem. I will explain what is public, why main method is public, what the static is representing, what is void within main method. So, what string args is representing, what is this? So, everything bit by bit we will discuss. There is no problem. But what we got a point, without main method, a specific main method, a particular main method, the Java program is meaningless. So technically, if I will say, you remember, once your program you are trying to run, we start its execution internally. First control JVM is invoking main method. It's calling main method in main. You remember this point? Main method definition. Method in programming, when a method is calling, a method definition is executing. Suppose one output statement I am writing, I will explain what is this system.out.println. Suppose if I will write a message simply Java means Silan Software. One message I want to display a hello world message. Now this is main method definition within curly bracket begin and curly bracket end. This main method definition will execute when this main method will call. So technically, if I will say, so JVM is calling main method. Okay, I will explain every point. I will explain. Okay, so if I will save, you see. So now again I will compile Java C space class name first example dot Java. Then I will run Java space class name first example. You see, I got Java means Silan Software. I want to display simple hello world message. Got the output. That means from this point, what we are observing, so it is mandatory a specific main method we have to write inside a class, that is main method control is demanding. And now the time came we will discuss about this. Okay, so what is public, what is static, what is void, main is the method name, and what is this argument within parenthesis, whatever we specify, so we consider as an argument. Okay, so we will discuss the public, static, void, main. See, at the time of development of JVM, the developers have given the instruction when you will or when you are going to execute a Java program, first you check whether the main method is present or not in your program. And exact main method, public static void main string args, but particular main method is present or not. So at the time of development of JVM, the key developers have designed in that way. They have given the instruction to JVM. So first question is what is public and why main method is public. So main method is public due to two reasons. First of all, what is public? Public is a keyword. Basically, the keyword public is called as modifier. The keyword public is called as modifier. So main method is public due to two reasons. So due to the following two reasons. Public. Public in general, if we will discuss public, anybody can access. Suppose on the road there is a dustbin, everybody using, so that is a public property. In our office premises, we have a dustbin, so that dustbin is private. Our only office staffs using that dustbin. So public, anybody can access. In general, if I will explain. Same things here in a Java program. I have told Java program consisting one class or consisting more than one class, maybe two, maybe 200, maybe 2000. Suppose we have three classes, class A, class B, class C. Suppose we have three classes. Then class A can access main method, class B can access main method, class C can access main method. That means Main method is public because main method can access by any number of classes. Every class can access main method. So that's why main method is public. Main method can access by any number of classes. This is one point because public means anybody can access. So here anybody means any classes can access main method. That's why main method is public, we can say. Another point is suppose program is in my E drive, there is a folder, Java programs folder. Inside that folder, I have kept my program. But where is my control? So control is in other place, JVM. When I will install Java software, JDK software. So if I will go to C drive, program files folder, you see program files folder, there is a Java folder. Once JDK software we will install. So here inside the program files folder, Java folder you will get JDK 19, then pin. So this is the path actually. In this path my control is available. But my program is inside E drive. Inside E drive there is a folder Java programs. Inside the Java programs folder I have my program. But when I'm executing, when I'm running, there is no problem. Happily it is executing. So currently I was telling JVM, technically I was telling JVM is calling main method. JVM is invoking a main method. Main method present inside the class. Class is nothing but our program. That program I have kept in E drive Java programs folder. But control is here. So I can write main method can invoke by JVM from everywhere. So that's why we can say main method is public. So we can say main method is public. Then we will go to the next point. What is static? Why main method is static? Regarding static, we will cover in class and object chapter in detail. Just little bit information I will explain. What is static and why a main method is static? The answer same two reason. Static means only one copy. Suppose in a class, I have defined 100 methods. Among 100 methods, one methods multiple times I have defined. Area method, area method, area method. It is possible. One method we can define multiple times to perform multiple tasks. Later on, we will know that is method overloading. But you remember in a class, exact main method, public static void main string args, exact main method, we cannot define more than one time, only one copy. So static is representing that part. Only one copy of main method is creating in a class. We cannot define exact main method multiple times in a class. But second point is important. In Java programming, there is a main mantra. When a method is invoking by an object, then method definition is executing. But till now, we don't know what is an object. That point, that term is not coming to our picture. But main method is not invoking by any object. Without existing any object, main method definition is executing, because main method is a static method. In later on, we will know static method is a class level concept. If you have a static method, there is no need to represent, to declare an object. You remember, static method is a class level concept. So in case of static method, there is no need to declare an object for calling. So second point is, if I will write, without existing without existing any object, main method is executing, because it is a static method, because main method is a static method is a class level concept. Later on, we will know in detail static method. Okay, currently, just this point you remember why main method is static. So I hope everybody is understanding, everybody is getting clarity. Then what is void? In C programming, void main; in C++, void main; in Java, void main. So before Java, C and C++, these two programming language was popular. So widely, huge developers, thousands developers, users acquainted with the void main. So in C and C++, particularly in C programming, void is a type which was returning a value. The returning value was the output value. So that value was returning to operating system. Then operating system was knowing a task successfully completed or a job successfully completed. But in Java, developers thought, million developers, users acquainted with void main. So definitely we will represent void main. But here, void is a type, it is a special type, but it never returns any value. It never, void, it never returns any value. It never returns any value. It never returns any value, because in our first class I have told, when JVM is converting bytecode into machine instruction, before that JVM is checking which operating system and which processor that the system is maintaining. So at that time, so operating system is knowing what is this job, what is this task. If operating system have the information, then the developers thought, why we will return a value. So void, they designed in that way, void never returns any value, simply it is a type. So everybody acquainted with void main, so they designed void main. Then main is the method name. Then within a bracket, so I forget it. Okay, so I will go to this next. So public static void main within bracket string args. So what is this string args? Particularly, basically this is called as command line argument. This is called as what? Command line argument. Command line argument. So what is this? First thing you remember, one subscript, this is subscript symbol. The subscript symbol representing an array. An array. The subscript symbol representing an array. So a memory having capability to contain more than one similar types of data items. Index is generating 0 to n minus 1. Name of the array is args, but strictly speaking, this args is user defined. Instead of args, whatever you can write, you see, instead of args, whatever, suppose I will write Ramo, suppose there is no problem. If I will save and I will again compile CLS for clear screen. I will compile Java C space file name first example dot Java. Then I will run Java space class name first example. Same output we are getting. So this part is user defined. So ARGS is user defined. Instead of ARGS, whatever you can write, there is no problem. So main method taking an argument that is an array. Name of the array is here args. It is an array, but which type of array? String type of array. String. So string, s is uppercase, it is a built-in class. So string type of array. So what is the purpose? The purpose is it accepts this argument, it accepts all inputs for the execution of the program. So every program have some input. This command line argument accept all inputs in the form of string for the execution of the program. Okay, and why it is command line argument? Suppose this is args 0, this is args of 1. Suppose I will write, suppose one line, another, suppose I will write system.out.println. So this is my output statement. Again, I will explain. You remember system.out.println. What is system? What is out? What is println method? I will explain. But overall, you remember this line is output statement. So every program outputs depend upon output statement. What we have written output statement. Based on the output statement, always we see the output. Suppose I will write args of 0. Okay, so args of 0, the value of args of 0. Okay, suppose I am giving this comment line. This is comment. Double slash is the comment line. So this comment line having no impact. Now I will save. So args of 0, this value. So this value, if I will take at the runtime, you see file save. Suppose I will compile Java C space class name first example dot Java. Then I will run Java space class name first example, and here I will give 100. So at the runtime, when I am entering the command for run Java space class name, then value. So this value is the value of args of 0. You see, if I will hit enter, then output statement we have written system.out.println args of 0. That means the value of args of 0, you see, I got 100. Okay, so I hope everybody is understanding. So at the time of run, if the value I am giving, so this is the command line argument value. First value, because it's an array, first value will store here. But overall, you remember, so command line argument takes or accept all input values for the execution of the program. So in this way, so we knew public static void main string args. So varieties of main method we can see. Varieties of main method. Public static void main. string args. Just I will write static public. There is no problem. It is also valid. Static public void main string instead of args. Suppose I will write x. There is no problem. Final. In later on we will cover the keyword final is a modifier, but optional. But it is valid. Public static void main string args. Strict fp final public. We will know in detail what is final, what is strict floating point, public static, void main, string args. Synchronized, one of the important terminology that we will cover, we will use in multi-threading. Synchronized, strict, final, public, static, void main. So string args. Okay, so this is also valid. Public static void main string 3 dot args. It is also valid. String 3 dot var arg. It is called as var arg. So these are varieties of main methods. You see, suppose if I will write string 3 dot, save. So Java C space file name first example.java, then Java space class name first example. So happily we got the output. So string 3 dot, this is called as a var arg. So all are valid main method declaration or main method presentation. So I hope everybody got clarity. So main method in Java. So what is public? Why main method is public? What is static? Why main method is static? What is void? Main is the method name, and main method taking a compulsory argument, a specific argument, particular argument, that is string argument, an array. So it is what I will recommend always this string args. You always what write. So main method taking an argument that is an array, and which type of array? String type of array. Okay. So this command line argument accepting all input values for the execution of the program, and output statement. So we will discuss in my next class. So this is overall today's class. So Java virtual machine in this way that we knew, and how to write a program. But this is the program. Another thing is, suppose we have what our site python.t.org. So already we have designed a Java compiler. In that place also we can write and run the program. In next class I will show you. But first I will suggest you start your coding practice in Notepad. So everything we are writing explicitly, so it will be good. Okay, for expertising, because every term you are writing explicitly, so every term you will acquaint. So in this way, so we completed how to how to write a program in Java, basically using command prompt, how we will compile the Java program, and how we will run the Java program. Okay, so any doubt you can ask. So I hope everybody is understanding. Okay, so Okay, so we will wind up our session. Thank you to all of you. Tomorrow we will continue the first chapter. We will start, that is Java variables, data types, and operators. So chapter one first we will start. Then we will go to identifier. Then we will go to flow control, array and string. Then oops concept. Okay, slowly, we will cover everything. Okay, so thank you to all of you. Please define other types of errors. Okay, other types of errors. Kalpana, other types of errors. So when we will go to the program, whatever the error we will get, then based on that error, we will resolve. Okay. So till now, only simple class name, curly bracket, begin and end, one statement I have written, but main method when I have not written. So at the runtime, control is giving an error message. So the fundamental is going on. So when we will write the program, we will go to the programming in details. So we will see if the error will arise. So we will resolve. So you do the practice when in later on whatever we will uh, develop the program. So once error will arise, then understanding error, that is most important things. And if you are able to understand the error, and if you are able to resolve the error, then you will be expert. Okay, so thank you to all of you.